It is a really exciting time to be a WWE trading card fan because we've got Topps Universe WWE out and in the wild. We've got Topps Chrome 2026 information coming out to us as well. And we know a whole lot about the next release for WWE, Topps Exalted WWE. So we're going to talk all things Topps Exalted WWE, things that we learned on Monday, things that we now know, and maybe a few nuggets that you might not know. So without further ado, let's jump right in. On Monday, Topps put Topps Exalted WWE hobby boxes on pre-order at about $210 per hobby box, and we also know that a case has 10 total hobby boxes. Now at first glance, this price really isn't that bad of a price for a WWE hobby box nowadays. But of course, it all comes down to what you get in a hobby box. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Before this pre-order dropped, we already knew that each Exalted hobby box would have 2 autographs and 1 relic per box. But what we learned on Monday is that each hobby box will have a total of 5 cards. And again, at first glance, you may be thinking, why am I paying $210 for only 5 cards? But we do have to remember that this is a premium card set, a higher end set that WWE is releasing. And if it makes you feel any better, think of it this way. Topps Universe last went on sale on Topps website for about $180 a box, guaranteeing the same contents of 2 autographs and 1 relic per box. And even though Topps Exalted is more expensive than Universe, we are guaranteed premium trading cards, which will be better quality than what we had in Universe. I'm not dissing Universe because I really do like the designs on those cards, but Exalted will be a different set. It'll likely be a smaller set, and each box should pack the same punch, if not better, than what Universe delivered. And speaking of the quality of Exalted cards, it does say that they are all made with a matte cardstock, raised UV detailing, layered colored flows in blues, aquas, teals, and whites, and a river-inspired visual texture for premium depth. It all comes down to the premium value, to the high-end value of this set. And honestly, when I hear high-end nowadays, $210 really isn't that bad. And sometimes price may come second to what you actually care about collecting that this set will deliver to you. So let's go ahead and get in the nitty-gritty and see what this set will bring to us collectors thanks to this Topps Ripped article. It says that 2025 Topps Exalted WWE marks the debut of the Exalted brand in WWE trading cards. Built as a premium hobby-only release, it emphasizes refined aesthetics, strong autograph depth, and meaningful relic themes centered on the biggest names in sports entertainment. Something to note here is that Exalted is a hobby-only release. So unlike Universe where we had blaster boxes, this will just be hobby box only. It also goes on to break down specifically what each hobby box will contain, as it says it contains 1 base card, 1 numbered base parallel, 2 autographs, and 1 relic. So it is good to know that you do get a numbered base parallel in every hobby box, and it also goes on to tell you what each of those parallels could be. It says collectors can pursue a structured parallel rainbow of aqua out of 99, green out of 50, blue out of 25, red out of 5, and black 1 of 1. On the sell sheet of Exalted, it also goes on to say that there is a base white parallel above the aqua parallel that is numbered to 150. But I can't tell you how excited I am to see a black 1 of 1 because this just brings back all of the good memories from the Panini WWE sets. Black 1 of 1s just popped like no other card, especially in Panini Prism and Panini Select. And how we've seen pictures of the base cards already, it gets me really excited to see how these cards will look in person when they're all blacked out. And another thing to note here about the base cards is the checklist, the amount of base cards that are in this set. And it goes on to say that this base set includes 100 cards featuring 90 top WWE superstars and legends, plus 10 iconic WWE moments. So compared to Universe, which was 300 cards in the base set, we have a smaller set here with Exalted. However, 10 of those base cards will be iconic moments. And I cannot wait to see what iconic moments they feature in this set. Maybe we see John Cena's heel turn on a card. Maybe we see Sami Zayn turning on Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble a few years ago. Maybe we see Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre. Maybe we see Seth Rollins cashing in either of his Money in the Banks. And maybe we see the return of Brock Lesnar in a WWE trading card set where he beat The Undertaker's streak. Just to name a few. My mind can keep on going about iconic moments in the WWE that we could see on these 10 cards, but I can't wait till that checklist release and we know what they are. But moving on from the base set to the autographs. And this article gives us some really good information about some key signers in this set. And those signers include John Cena, The Rock, Triple H, Roman Reigns, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Cody Rhodes, The Undertaker, Tiffany Stratton, Stephanie Vaquer, and Jordan Grace. And we have seen this list of wrestlers sign in previous Topps WWE sets, but it goes on to mention a couple notable additions to Exalted, and I can't wait to read these. It says notable additions include Mark Henry, returning names Rusev and Aleister Black, and Rey Fenix with his first WWE autograph. Man, I can't tell you how excited I was when I saw Mark Henry is going to be in this set, and not only in it, he's going to sign in this set. To have the world's strongest man back in a WWE set is really exciting, as well as seeing returning names like Rusev and Aleister Black, who have signed, of course, in the first Topps WWE run, but not the current one we're in now. And as well as Rey Fenix with his first WWE autograph. And if you remember in one of my Topps videos previously, I mentioned that I thought Rey Fenix would have his first autograph in royalty because of the WrestleMania patches. However, Exalted is coming through clutch with our first Rey Fenix auto. And it doesn't stop there. We go on to Superstar Rivalry Signatures, which is a dual autograph set that highlights iconic WWE pairings such as Triple H and The Rock, Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and Stephanie McMahon and Trish Stratus. It says there are 53 total dual autographs across these three combinations, making them cornerstone chases. Topps is doing a really awesome thing with dual autographs spanning across all of the Topps WWE sets we've seen so far. But this one is coming in with 3 total dual autographs that are really exciting for any WWE fan. But I have to say the Triple H and Shawn Michaels dual autograph just means a little bit more because even though, yes, they had iconic rivalries in the past, they're also the best of friends and, of course, the cornerstone of D-Generation X. It also goes on to say that there are Insignia Ink acetate autos, which we have seen previously. They also mention the black and white signatures, which we have seen previously, and additional themes such as Exalted autos, streamlined signatures, ambient autos, elevated ink, and apparition autos. The sell sheet of WWE Exalted also states that the Rock retrospective autographs, Celebrating Cena autographs, and Triple H tribute autographs are returning in Exalted. We've seen some really awesome autographs in all of the previous Topps WWE sets, but I think Exalted just might hit different. And from autographs being a staple of this set, we move on to the other staple of this set, which is the Relics. Of course, this set will feature the John Cena The Last Time Is Now Relics, which states it focused on Cena's final year in WWE, anchoring a narrative-driven chase. But we go on to learn some new details behind some other relics that are going to be featured in the set, starting with Mega Materials, which are oversized jumbo swatches paired with bold superstar imagery. This definitely reminds me of the jumbo relics from Panini Immaculate WWE, which offered an incredible look at the details of the gear and the shirts that these superstars wore because it's a bigger window on the card compared to other relic cards. This has potential to be some of the best cards and especially best relics that we've seen from Topps, maybe ever. It also goes on to talk about the rival dual relics, which are 2 superstar relic pairings centered on historic rivalries, as well as tag team relics and quad relics, which are multi-window configurations featuring tag teams and 4 superstar combinations. Now, dual relics are really exciting because we will see these rivalries and these tag teams paired up on a relic card. However, the quad relics is something I'm really looking forward to because this could go into tag team rivalries, having both tag teams featured on a card, or maybe even multi-man rivalries throughout the years of WWE. They say 2 is better than 1. I say 4 is better than 1. I cannot wait to see who is featured on these quad relics because I can guarantee it will be a chase for so many WWE collectors, including myself. I do also want to mention that the same parallel structure for the base cards do apply for the autographs and the relics as well. So these black 1-of-1s will look incredible not only on the base, but also on the autographs and the relics. This Topps Ripped article ends with the Exalted Standard, in which they go on to say with 2 autographs and 1 relic per box, a 100 card base set, structured parallels, and on-card signature depth, the 2025 Topps Exalted WWE Hobby Box establishes a refined premium tier within WWE trading cards. Collectors should look for on-card autos from Cornerstone Superstars, first WWE signatures and long-awaited returns, dual autograph rivalries, John Cena farewell relic content, and black 1-of-1 base parallels. So with all of that being said, how long do we have to wait for Exalted to be in our hands? On Topps website, it does say that it will release on April 1st, 2026. But delays do happen, so keep that in mind just in case we don't get it by that date. But the good news is it doesn't look like it'll take too long for Topps Exalted WWE to be released and in collectors' hands. And I, for one, cannot wait for April 1st. This is all that we know about Topps Exalted WWE for now. But stay tuned because we also know more information about Topps Chrome 2026, which I'll break down for you in another video coming very soon. So if you enjoyed this video and enjoy this content, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you guys around. I'd love to respond to all of your comments down below. And please comment down below if you are excited for Topps Exalted WWE. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You are loved. God bless you. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.